Hey guys, welcome back to the GTI and welcome to the install and review of Integrated Engineering's cold air intake. Shout out goes to Jay at Integrated Engineering for sending me one of their cold air intakes to install and review. So on to the install. Hey guys, what's up? We're here in the engine bay of my Mark 7 GTI. Now I'm going to go through the steps of removing the old air box, putting in the new Integrated Engineering cold air intake. Some spots I may speed up the film, some spots I may slow down to let you know what's going on, but I will have a link in the description as far as access to the information for the Integrated Engineering cold air intake, as well as the PDF for the installation, which seems pretty straightforward, which is actually what I'm following right now on my iPad. First, there's some T25 bolts that I need to loosen up all around the air box, which is what I'm going to do now. Okay, next step, getting the vacuum hose out. Cool. Now, after using some pliers to move up the hose clamp here, I was able to pop it off from the turbo inlet hose there. Plus, I also removed the secondary. Some cars come with this. I think it's just, I don't know, I think it's just American. GTIs come with a secondary air hose here, so this comes off. There's a special filter in with the kit that I need to put on that when I'm done. And then the top of the air filter just comes off. And then the air filter comes out. On to the next step. Okay, I got a couple more T25s on the upper air box here I need to remove. And then there's a tab right back here that you need to pop out, and then it should come right off. Then just carefully take the coolant hose out of the clips here. This is actually fully going to be replaced here later on in the video with a different coolant hose. Okay, two more T25 bolts here. These come fully out. Okay, once the front portion is out, the bottom of the air box is held in by 3 rubber grommets. 2 of them out. There's 3. And it comes right out. Okay, and after loosening up the hose clamp down here with a turbo inlet pipe, just come right out. Okay, I got the new coolant line in here with a couple crimp clamps. Sorry I didn't record the whole procedure. It was actually taking me a little bit longer to take off the old one. It was really stuck on there. So that's on there now. Now to put in the heat shield, which it has a couple of grommets on the bottom, which are going to go exactly in the same place down here where the old air box came out. I just need to line it up. There, that's in. Okay, so I skipped ahead here a little bit. I had put in the final hoses back from the turbo up to the heat shield. I also put the extra filter here for the secondary air intake that comes with these GTIs. Now I guess the last thing I have to do is to put in the actual cone air filter itself. Okay, the engine cover is back on. Everything is all set and tightened up. So the next thing to do is let's start it up. Yeah, you can definitely hear the turbo on that a lot better. So let's take it out for a drive. As far as the install goes, it was pretty quick. I would say if I wasn't shooting it, as far as the video goes, it probably would have been a half hour straight all the way through. Really great instructions from Integrated Engineering on their website. They have a PDF for all the instructions and everything. The only thing that wasn't in the instructions is the secondary air intake, the small little filter that I had to put on, that I actually had to take off and put on. That wasn't part of the instructions that they had online, but it was pretty easy to figure out. So it's actually, now as far as drivability, I really haven't noticed anything yet as far as seat of the pants type of feeling. It is definitely more on the sound side of things. You can definitely hear the turbo a lot more, especially outside, and you can definitely hear the I'm not sure if, boy, I think there's a diverter valve rather than a blow-off valve in the GTIs, so of course any excess pressure is shot back into the intake, so that whoosh you definitely hear a lot more with this intake, which is pretty cool. And I don't think I'll really feel that much of a difference until I get some sort of tune, which will be, probably pretty soon. It'll be Berger Motorsports JB1 or JB4. Probably I'll just jump to the JB4 with Bluetooth and go straight away that way. So seat of the pants driving, not noticing very much right now, but the sound is actually pretty cool. Let me throw this into sport, throw it into manual here, and let me get off this road onto a side road. And hold on one second, let me just do a little bit of an acceleration and see if you can hear it. You hear that? It's the release of the excess pressure. It's a lot louder outside, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure that with a manual it would be a lot more obvious, because with manual you have to take your foot off the accelerator, throw in the clutch to switch the gears. So that acceleration and then taking your foot off the accelerator is what gives you the whoosh of the blow off of the excess pressure. So with a DSG, when you're accelerating through the gears, you definitely hear the intake of the of the air, the whoosh of the intake. Outside you can hear a little bit of the whistle of the turbo, but since you're switching gears so quickly on a DSG and on the dual clutch, and you're not taking your foot off the accelerator, that's one of the positive things about a dual clutch. You can just keep your foot down and just go right through the gears. You're not getting that blow off sound switching through the gears. That's okay. It's still a pretty cool sound, and I'm sure that with the tune will take advantage of the extra air coming in through this bigger intake. So looking forward to that. So again, a shout out to Jay at Integrated Engineering. Thanks very much for sending me one of these, and I'll do updates as far as the as far as long term and when I get the tune, and if what difference that makes in the future. So thanks again, thanks for subscribing. And now over 1,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. So don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll talk with you soon. See ya.